Alright, in this demo I'm going to use adaptive sweep. I started with a line that's 20 inches long. I started with a circle on a sketch that's 1 inch diameter. And you'll notice that if I were in wireframe, when I use the surface command, there is no down arrow under the sweeps. Under 3D advanced or generative shape design, there is a down arrow for the sweep that allows us to use this feature called adaptive sweep surfaces. So what I can do with this thing here is, if I use the guide curve here as my spine and this sketch and say okay, it gives me a cylinder. Under cylinder I would have the exact same thing, or under sweep circular, for circular I could use center and radius and create the exact same thing. So what's the advantage to having adapt sweep? So the adaptive sweep will allow me to change diameters on the fly. Watch how I do this. What I need first is to click on that line and go to wireframe and generate points on that line. I'm going to generate 10 points at the ends as well, and I don't need the planes actually. I think I just need the points, and I'll select OK. Since that's my spine, wherever the point is, I should be able to pick on that point and create a sketch. You duplicate the sketch but actually change the parameters at that very point. So watch how I do this. I can click here and I want to add another point. So user section 1 has a 1 diameter. If I select this point, not only does it generate that circle, I can hit the parameter tab and change that parameter to 0.75 and hit tab and preview this thing, and look what it's doing here. Alright, so let's go back to sections and add yet another point. So we were going under parameters, and that last one's 0.75. This one's going to be 1 inch to make it a ½ inch bigger diameter. I'll preview that. See how it's kind of shaping into a cone? I couldn't do that with the cylinder, and it really doesn't work the same under sweep. I'm able to change my sizes at specific locations, what size radius I want. So again, I use section, I click on a point, and I can go to parameters and change that parameter. We'll make this 1 and I think this is just 1 inch. Preview that. Nope, this must be 1 1/4. Preview that. See, I'm kind of just gradually going into a cone shape. Let's add another section. Grab this point, go to parameters and change that one to 1 1/2. Preview that. Okay, so that's a 3 inch diameter. Now I'll make section 6 the same diameter and watch what happens here. So I'll gotta find that point. So we're going to add this point here and go to parameter, and we'll make that the same one at 1 1/2. Preview that. See, now I've almost kind of formed a bottle shape, if you will. Alright, so under sections I can also just grab all the remaining sections and preview that, and look what I have there. Okay, I select OK just so you can see it. So there's all kinds of cool things you can do with the adaptive sweep command. I'm going to modify this by double clicking this, and I'll slide down and I'm going to change support number 7, hit parameters, and change that one to 1 1/4. Preview that. Go down to section number 8. Go to parameters on that one. Change that one to 1. Preview that. Go back to sections. Go to section 9. Go to parameter. Change that to 0.75. Preview that. Select OK. And that's one of the fun things you can do with your adaptive sweeps commands. Go ahead and try that out. Make a picture of it. Make sure to expand the tree so I can see what you did on how you created this particular part. I don't need the points expanded. These are the points all equally spaced on the 20-inch length line. So at each point I was able to change the parameter size. The key thing is you must have a fully constrained circle. I simply went into the sketch command. I know I say never work on the axis, but this one I worked on the axis. I went from the center out. I made the axis my center so it was fully constrained. And in the end, this is what I came up with. I want you to try and see if you can mimic this and make that same part.